Hey everyone, this is Nakshan, and welcome to the Scatterhorde, where we try to put complicated ideas in a nutshell. Here's a basic question. Why do we believe what we believe? For example, do you assume the best about a person, giving them the benefit of the doubt when you first meet them? Or do they need to prove themselves trustworthy before you open yourself up? Also, are you more likely to mistrust a person of a particular gender, ethnicity, or religion? If you're like every other person on the planet, your actions will be highly influenced by your beliefs, which come from a variety of sources, such as instinct. Research shows that we are hardwired to mistrust people outside our own social group and give unreflective trust to people with whom we do identify. Con men like Bernie Madoff use this fact all the time to swindle people. Messaging. From trusted sources like parents, teachers, community leaders, friends, and news outlets. If you keep hearing the same message coming from what you consider to be a reliable source, you will start to believe it, even when there are plenty of examples that show the message is not always true. And the last source I'll mention is extremely tricky, namely personal observation, because what we see and how we interpret it depends on so many different things, such as confirmation bias, which is the tendency to seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs. The constellation of our beliefs constructs our personal paradigms. Do you believe in evolution or creationism? Do you lean towards capitalism or socialism? Do you think people are innately good or bridled by original sin? Do you endorse the liberty of the individual or the responsibility to the collective? So often we land on one side or the other and defend our position to the death. It can become like supporting a sports team. We cheer them on because it just feels so good. We're ecstatic when they win, and we're angry or despondent when they lose. In fact, our emotions can become so intense we may start to demonize the opposing team and their fans. But the truth is that all the sides are true, in their own way. Truth is a slippery concept that very much depends on how we look at things. A good way to demonstrate this is through something called a Grill cipher, which is an old method of encoding and deciphering secret messages. Grill is the French word that translates as gate with slats or openings. Let me show you how this works. Okay, here's the observable universe. Wow, look at all those letters. You know, it's really hard to make sense of something that appears to be so random. That's why we rely on our mental constructs, our personal paradigms to help us interpret what we see. Let's check out our first grill, see what it says. Libertarian. Let's check it out and see what it reveals. Okay, let's get it all lined up. Not quite. There we go. Let's see. Don't tread on me. Okay. All right, that's the first one. How about the second? Pacifist. All right. Let's check you out. Put you on top of the observable universe. All right, not quite. There we go. All you need is love. That is a very nice sentiment. All right, well, that's two down. What about the third one? Evolutionist. All right, here we go. What is this going to tell us? The secret of the universe. Natural selection. Makes sense. All right, last one. Here we go. This one is for all you creationists out there. Here we go. Let's put it down. Get it all lined up. Here we go. God, God, God. Everywhere I look, all I see is God. I believe that deciphering the truth with a capital T involves a process of collecting as many grills or paradigms as possible, so you have them all available when the world throws you a new riddle. because there is no one way of looking at things that can satisfactorily answer all questions. Rather, it's better to emulate the scatter-hoarding behavior of animals like blue jays and squirrels who spend so much of their time caching food in various locations. They do this so other animals are less likely to pilfer it, and so they'll have food all year round. Scatter-hoarding also makes them smarter because it demands greater spatial memory and increases the size of their hippocampi. When you leave yourself open to all points of view, taking something from each, you start to approach closer to the truth. And that's what we're going to do on this channel. We're going to introduce a wide variety of paradigms and distill them down into something that fits in a nutshell. That way you can easily stash them away, and when you need a particular paradigm to decipher the riddle of the moment, you can go find it and use it. I'll see you next time.